Hey, 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 it's your girl, Tammy D. Taylor, and the Taylor Show is back like we ain't never left. And it is now Women's History Month. And I have an amazing lady here making history. She's making history, and she is, I don't even know where to start with her, but I have Lady J, the CEO, among other things, the CEO of Ego Entertainment Network here with me. And I appreciate you so much for taking the time out of your day to sit here with me and just go over your amazing journey.
Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here.
I mean, I mean, I'm over the moon. I really am. But you, like I said, it's so many. There's so much to you. You like a big ball of everything.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start with you. I mean, I can start with where I met you. I met you at the
Mhm,
Re-Up Awards.
mhm,
I seen you online, been following you on social media, but I had the chance to meet you in person at the Re-Up Awards, which is
mhm.
an extension of Ego Entertainment Network, right?
It's an extension of Life Support Company,
Life
actually.
Support
Yes.
Company.
Ego
Okay.
Entertainment, it just, we push all of the marketing and media aspect of it and the
Okay.
production part. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what is the okay, well let's go into that then. Let's go into the Ego Entertainment
Mhm,
network, where that started. What
mhm.
was the inspiration behind that?
I would have to go back to Life Support Company.
Okay. Well, let's go into
So,
Life Support Company.
how that came about was I I was in a stage in my life where God had me writing. So I usually journal. I
Mhm.
read a lot of poetry, have been doing that my entire life, but it was part of my healing process,
Mhm.
from, and that's a whole nother show, uh, of, of trauma and things of that sort. And, writing my story and including some of the things that I did not include in, that I didn't want to include. Let me say that.
Mhm.
So in writing my story, I wrote part one and part two in 2 weeks, the
Mm.
book. So my life story. So it's a trilogy because you can't tell all. Well, first of all, it'd been a whole nother Bible if I told everything, but the
Everything.
meat and potatoes part. And so when I did that, I wrote it in 2010, and then I fought with God for 5 years. I would not put it out there because I was like, why?
Right. Well,
So I
you
released
don't
it.
fight with God.
Yeah,
You're gonna always
listen,
lose.
listen, exactly. So I put it out in 2015, part one, and people were just like, oh, because I write like I'm living it right then and there
Mhm.
and telling everything, the emotions and everything, and so people feel like they're in it.
Mhm.
And once I released part one, that triggered people had already known me in Indianapolis, Indiana, is where I'm from.
Mhm.
And people had already, a lot of people knew me, they followed me, they supported me in what I did in the community because I started a nonprofit, No Limits Ministry Incorporated, serving the homeless and families in need. And so, and I was mentoring kids, taking kids in and things of that sort. And, it's all over the news and stuff like that. So a lot of people were already supporting me. And so when I
Mhm.
put the book out, it kind of spread like wildfire. And then Job Corps got a hold of it and they were purchasing books like 250 at a time.
Wow.
And then that led to me speaking. So I'm used to singing. I've been singing my entire life. And that led to me speaking about, my life story
Mhm.
and how I got to where I am, what steps that I take.
Mhm.
And that turned into in me creating the company, life support company
Mhm.
program, the life support program.
Okay.
So teaching people how to address root issues and bounce back from trauma. So not your therapy, it's really teaching you how to do it, but doing it, having fun with it,
Mhm.
but also learning, and have an incentive part to say, you know what, I'm so proud of you. Keep going, don't quit.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so with that, radio stations started reaching out, and then podcasts started reaching out, and then new, so it was just one thing after another. So I'm interviewing. And then that led to somebody telling me, hey, what you do with the kids, this program that you have is awesome. It's kind of like an out of the box thing. You should do your own show. You can help so many people. And so they gave me a radio show. And then in 30 days, I had like 1,500 listeners. And then that kept growing. And then it was like somebody came to me like, you know what? you shouldn't just have your own radio show. You should have your own radio station. I want to invest. And so that turned into me having a radio station. And then there was a business component because in the corporate world, business development, business management is what I do. Businesses, I know business like the back of my hand, A to Z. I can build anything and make it profitable and sustainable and expandable, right? So I was like, okay. And then so that turned into me creating opportunities for other people, especially people like me, and then developing relationships with people abroad so that I could cut out the red tape so that a lot of us can get into spaces and places and have access to things that most of us wouldn't even dream of.
Mm-hmm.
So major television,
Yes.
you know, and publicity and pushing your brands or your messages and stuff like that. And so that's just how that happened. And that's not even something that I wanted to do. My passion is help. It's always helping people. So no matter what I'm doing, it has to help people in some shape, form, or fashion. So that's how Ego Entertainment was born. So it started out with just the radio station, and then we added Ego Magazine, and then we added Ego News, and then we were doing media coverage for community events. Now we're red carpets and doing the Oscars and the Stellars and all this other kind of stuff. And, people are booking us to host and set up their red carpets and all kind of stuff. Then you got
Ego TV.
Praise Magazine, Ego TV Network, and so it's just a multimedia company, one-stop shop, PR management, all of that.
You are a true media mogul. Your hands are everywhere. And what I like about it is you always provide opportunities for us, because you've provided me a couple of opportunities and I appreciate you. But you provide opportunities for us that, like you said, that normally would not be available to us. And you put us in front of people who actually see who we are and see us and see our message and see our purpose.
Right.
And you see our purpose. And I feel that that's your purpose.
Yeah. A lot of people are, I'll say my village.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the people in my village are upset with me. and it's understandable because I give a lot. I'm a giver by nature. I love to serve people. I tell people when people ask me, well, what word would you use to sum up yourself? I'm a servant. I love to serve. But at the same time, they're like, Lady J, you out here making millionaires. You running these multi-million-dollar companies of people and stuff, and you should be a millionaire by now. Yeah, but God, I'm blessed to have the resources and things that I have to be able to help other people. And if I wanted to and focus, yeah, I could. But I'm like, I want to see so many people win. I know what it's like to not have. So I know what it's like to grow up motherless and fatherless. So the way I look at relationships is completely different than most people. Though I cherish that because when you don't have that, when God sends you people that are meant to help you, along the way, and they're lifelong people and not just for a season or somebody that you're assigned to, I take that very seriously and very personally. And so I know what it's like to feel like you're alone and feel like you don't have help, and things of that sort. So I want to see people win in life and in business. So God gave me Life Support Company and now BounceBackology LLC. That program I took out of life support and created BounceBackology LLC and have a whole line that goes with it, apparel line. But so Life Support Company is my company that I do a lot of speaking and hosting and my books and stuff under. And then, of course, Ego Entertainment is the multimedia company.
Yeah, and I was about to get to BounceBackology LLC, and you are a bounce-backologist.
Yes, the BounceBackology.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Tell us more about the whole concept of BounceBackology.
So it was something that God gave me while I was in recovery after suffering a ruptured brain aneurysm. And like I said, through Life Support Company, I teach people how to bounce back. There are 5 phases, in bouncing back, and that Life Support Company, the Life Support program that was birthed out of that, it really stemmed from everything that I have gone through in life. Somebody was like, dang, Lady J, everything that you go through, you don't just bounce back, like you catapult past where you were, like every time.
Yes.
And I thought about that for a minute. And sometimes, and they say, when I think of the goodness of Jesus and all he's done for me, I don't think people really realize like what that means to some people. Because when I think about it, I should not be here, So, when I think about all the trauma that I went through as a child, from sexual abuse to abandonment, been on my own since I was 15. I was kicked out the house, homeless, and just all kind of things. Addicted to opioids. Um, I've been raped several times, sexually assaulted. I was kidnapped. I mean, all kind of stuff. I tried to commit suicide 4 times. Gone through divorce, been in domestic violence relationships. I can go on and on and on. Everything you could think of, I've already been there, done that, experienced it. And a lot of my life, I couldn't understand why, right? And so, and then I realized that it wasn't for me. It was preparing me and giving me the tools needed so that I could fulfill the assignment that God had for me. A lot of people, they may experience, drug addiction or alcohol because of a trauma. Me, I've experienced a plethora or just about everything, all in one. And so when I look at me, I tell people all the time, if you really want to know if God is real, you want to see a miracle, then look at me.
Look at you.
Yes. And it's always a constant thing. I'm like, dang, God, I ain't got enough testimony yet. Like, so, and that's how I look at it. So in 2019, I had hit this like level of realization of the impact that my assignment has on other people and the purpose, and it scared me. So I can only imagine what, like, if God calls somebody to pastor, most people don't want to do what God calls them to do.
Exactly.
Right? Because it's the magnitude of it. And so when I think about trying to commit suicide 4 times, between the ages of 14 and 21, and God keep telling me, you keep trying this, and I keep telling you no. I'm like a Moses. Like, you don't get to not do what I said do. You know what I'm saying? Other people, yes, I have free will, I have choice, but some of us, we really don't have a choice. Like, it's gonna be you and nobody else. That's it. And so when I think about that, and I think about the impact that I was having on hundreds, thousands of children through the life support program, I mean, being in juvenile detention centers, transitional housing, and after school programs and job course in the middle. It was just so much. And everybody was like, Miss J. Then I became Mama J to a lot of children who didn't have, visiting them on Mother's Day in the prisons or in the juvenile detention centers when their mothers wouldn't show up. So my kids are sharing me with other kids, and they are understanding because my kids, I incorporate them in what I do so they can see how blessed they are. And so the magnitude of that scared me. And so I started trying to like dial back a little bit, and I dove into just business, and helping this person, helping that person, and showing up here, showing up there, and traveling like 7, all day, every day. And I wouldn't stop. It was days I would be up 3 days straight, no sleep. And so, and then I found myself, people taking advantage of that. But there was warning before destruction, and I didn't take heed. And so I overworked myself, that caused an aneurysm to form in my brain, and it ruptured August 22nd of 2019. Now that I probably will never forget. And I have my younger children were there present when it happened. So it really traumatized them. And I was dying. I thought they, were planning my funeral. I wasn't supposed to make it. And so,
but God,
19 months of recovery, physical, speech, cognitive, and occupational therapy. And now I have certain disabilities that are going to be there. The aneurysm is still in my brain. It's just coiled off for the moment. And so I have to watch what I'm doing, how long I'm doing it, and to keep from another one forming or this one rupturing or causing a stroke. So, and I've been in and out of hospital since, but I thank God that I'm still here. I'm still able to, I might not be able to do everything that I want to do. I definitely can't do a lot of things that I used to do.
Right.
So I can't enjoy a movie in the movie theater anymore, like most people. So got to wear sunglasses all and lights. Right. So many different things.
But you here.
Yes.
But
and so when I was in recovery, he gave me that word, BounceBackology, because my friend Shanita, she said, Lady J, I'm going to start calling you the bounce back queen because you bounce back, from everything. And I realized what God gave me when I had clients, some of my business clients that had paid for services that didn't get them. And they were offering to refund them their money. And they were like, no, we want to wait for Lady J.
Wait for her to come back.
Yes. They could have went to somebody else. But that says a lot about the relationships that I built and how I treat people and how much love and devotion I put into helping other people.
Says a lot about the woman that you are. just the woman, not just the businesswoman, not just the manager, or
Right.
it says a lot about the heart that you have.
Right. And really, it's not me. It's the God in me.
It's the God in you. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. When they see you, they see God.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What's the biggest challenge of everything that you're doing, everyone that you work with? What is the biggest challenge that you face right now?
I would have to say, oh man, there's a few, but if I had to say the biggest, I would say being able to. I want to be present, like, for everybody. That's my problem. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying not.
I had an answer for you for that question. That's kind of the answer I was coming
Yeah,
up with.
I mean, under Ego Entertainment alone. So if we don't even think about life support and BounceBackology, I mean, I have a whole team for magazine, a team for production, a team for events, a team, and these people are spread out over the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like so many people has so many things going on too, because we don't just work together too. We support one another. It's a requirement for me, and anybody who works with me, they know how big I am on support. And not just even in business. If somebody needs prayer, if somebody's going through something, then hey, everybody keep so and so in your prayer. Let's say a quick prayer real quick, because people don't have to be nice and people don't have to trust your leadership. They don't have to follow you. But I try to lead by example to the best of my ability. And I'm a big on communication. So if something is going wrong, everybody knows what's going on, any changes, so I try to be present for everybody. But there are things that a lot of my people do or want me to be a part of, and some things I just can't. It's literally either very harmful to me medically, or and because I put out a lot, of course, financially, it takes a lot of money to run companies. Then sometimes I can't do everything, but I find other ways, because there are so many different ways that you can support. And so, that's my challenge. I would say my biggest challenge, as far as you want to talk about business wise, is trying to be present for everybody and everything else that they're doing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And that's just when I went to Indianapolis to work with you. You would not stop.
Yeah.
You would not stop. And you were just, you, first of all, you're just everything super professional.
Thank you.
I had a great time. And I've been on sets and I've done some things, and everybody, trust me, everybody not like that.
Yes, I know. So, trust me, I know.
Yeah. But everyone was professional, and also everybody was supportive, and everybody was loving. And, I didn't know. You were the only person that I knew personally. But everybody, now I got a whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a whole family of people. And that is, again, a testament to the type of woman that you are and the heart that you have, because it starts at the head.
Absolutely.
It starts at the head.
Absolutely.
And again, I appreciate you and everything that you have done for me.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Shoot, I appreciate you for even, wanting to be a part.
Girl. Yeah, yeah, I was very, very happy about that. Now we're gonna go to ego. What sets ego apart? And I have an answer for that too, but I want you to answer, what sets ego apart from, and when I say ego entertainment, I mean even your because you manage you manage artists and acts and things like that as well. So what sets you apart?
So I'm going to say, first and foremost, our motto is everyone's a star. So ego stands for empowered greatness optimized. And so all of us have been given a purpose and an assignment, right? And we are all capable of, exuding greatness. And so I think that with ego, it is, one, it's the structure. I'm very big on making sure, of course, this is my business mindset. So I'm very big on making sure that the operational and organizational structure is solid, because that's your foundation, especially your operational structure. And a lot of, and this is, I love teaching, especially when it comes to Black businesses, how to develop a solid organizational and operational structure. Because when you don't have that, your business will crumble. I've had to shut down 3 times as a company because of my health, especially, they didn't think I was coming back,
Right.
the
Right.
last time.
Right.
But even while I was shut down, it was still growing. I had no clue. That some people in Hollywood, some of my very good friends at certain news stations were watching me and, and looking to see what would happen. I had no clue that these people were paying attention, and it really blew my mind because I'm thinking, okay, dang, I'm gonna have to start from square one again. But no, I didn't. Now I did have to rebuild some stuff back up and open things back up, and it took me about 2.5 years to do that. And because before I had like a full staff, right? So I'm almost there. I got staff, but not as some key people missing that I need but I have had to like reinvest and open things, but I didn't have to start from square one. And so when you talk about what's set apart is our operational and organizational structure is solid. So when things like that happen, the business is still able to sustain and still grow. And most people don't have that in place. And two, what sets us apart is the way we do business. So I would say that for me, I'm always looking at what need needs to be fulfilled or what need is not being met fully or what is there not enough of. And when I talk to people, when I interact with people, a lot of people, for instance, if you have a clothing company, you're a model and you are having a hard time with sales. Okay. So, and let's say you want a television commercial and you think, oh man, I'm gonna have to come up with $1,000. Well, no, you don't. So come on over to Ego Entertainment. We can get you on all the major television networks for a fraction of the price. You know what I'm saying? Because we have relationships with certain agents in different companies that I've been having since I started the it was the Don't Give Up tour, but that was under my life support company. And, they love what I was doing. And so they, tell me, we're running some commercials on these networks, BET and VH1, A&E and all that kind of stuff, and so we're able to I've built relationships with people. And I'm not talking about just for business. I'm talking about real relationships, sustainable relationships in business that cut out the red tape. I am the red tape. So that is what sets us apart from other companies. And we are open to building with people. Most people they want all this money up front. The people that we serve don't have that. So now there are, services that you have to pay for, but then there are opportunities for us to partner with people. And I had to stop doing that a lot because a lot of people was taking advantage. You don't deliver on your end and Lady J always gonna deliver, you know what I'm saying? But when people are willing to put the work in and we understand the concept of working together in synergy, I'm really big on synergy. People know that, then we can grow together, you know what I'm saying? And so that way everybody can then eat. What people don't understand is greatness takes time. And either you want it microwaved or you want the real deal, you want the homemade. And if you're going to get the homemade, then it's going to take some time. As long as you put in the work, it'll get there. People look at where I am now and they think, oh man, I had to do a lot of work, a whole lot of groundwork. Yes.
You put in the work.
Yes.
And that's what a lot of people don't realize. It takes work. Now you are in a position to help others, but it still takes work. You may help us cut out a lot of, like you said, the red tape. But it still takes work. You're just not gonna get up in the morning and now you on 5 networks. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put the work in. And another thing about you, everything is grounded in the Lord, in faith.
Yes.
You don't do anything.
It's kingdom business.
Yes. Everything about you is kingdom business. And people a lot, and I found just myself, people don't want to say that out loud.
Oh, listen, every time I talk about myself, God is definitely going to be like, you don't like it? Don't invite me.
Right, exactly.
Don't invite me.
People don't want to say it out loud. People don't want to give God the glory for what's going on in their lives, because it's just like that.
I tell my kids, and other kids that I'm not here to have a good time. None of us are here just to have a good time. Now you can, of course, you're supposed to live a blessed and abundant life and things like that, but you're here to do work. You got a purpose.
There's a reason for
you better get
yeah.
to work. You know what I'm saying? When I leave here, I'm gonna leave here on empty.
Yeah.
I don't want to have nothing left to
right.
give. And so, yeah, being rooted in God and being a kingdom business, I think also it definitely does set us apart. But at the same time, I also think that the fact that we are able to, I say, cut out the middleman in a lot of things. So I cut out a lot of like third parties, so that again it opens up more opportunity for people. And another thing about me is I don't rely heavily on social media. Most people will look at social media and look at, you may have 50,000 followers, right, on social media, but they're just followers. Do you have 50,000 supporters though?
That's the difference.
That's
the
big
difference. That's
so
the difference.
We have 65, for instance, we have like 65 countries that tune into JQL radio alone. So we're talking about 30 to 70,000 people that tune in every month. That's where I need them to be. I don't need them to be on social media. I need you to be tuning into the radio station. Right. So I be telling people all the time, I don't harp real big on that because I didn't get those people through social media. Some of them, yeah, but I got it through interacting with the community and, like I said, providing opportunity and making people feel like they're a part. I believe in honoring people too. So we included a lot of our listeners and supporters this past year with the Ego Star Awards, because usually I only give that to my team. Right. I was like, you know what? Let's include our people, that support us. And even though I'm saying thank you throughout the year and, and they have opportunities to come and meet me or some of the talent and stuff like that. I believe in honoring people because people don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
No, they don't. They don't have to honor you. They don't have to, they don't have to help you. People are not obligated to do the things that they do for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But again, you are a powerhouse, and I love everything that you do, your platform and everything about you. I'm so excited.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Girl. Girl, I was like, I'm gonna have Lady J. What is one piece of advice? Because again, this is Women's History Month. And I did want to have a very important woman here. And I was just so glad that you are going to be in town this month. So what advice do you give to women who want to break into the media, who want to do not necessarily like acting, or they want to be strictly media? They want to be behind the scenes and they want to be in a position to help others like yourself. What advice do you give to them, and how would they start out doing that type of?
So I would say, one, anything that you do, you need to have a why. Because if you don't have a why, and your why cannot be money, because if you are always chasing the bag, if you want to chase the bag, you're going to always be chasing the bag. If you chase purpose, the bag will chase you.
Exactly. Yes, ma'am.
So you're doing it backwards, right? So don't go into it because, I want to make money or I want to be famous. That's not going to last long. You know what I'm saying? And even if you do make it there, it won't be sustainable. So get you a why. What's your purpose? Are you passionate about it? And you got to be passionate about it, because if you're not passionate about it, again, because that's going to tie into your why, then you might as well find something else to do.
Right.
2, you should pray about the people that you should connect with.
Right.
You need a couple people to, partner with and have some synergy with, that are in alignment with what it is that you are trying to do, and that you are able to benefit them as well. So you want to make sure that it's a mutual benefit, and that you all are going to grow together. People are getting something out of it. Don't necessarily have to be money, because usually when you're starting out, you're not going to have a lot of money.
Right.
But align with those people and then start building. Come up with a plan. You got to have some type of, even if it's just you still have to have some type of organizational and operational structure. I'm real big on that. At the end of the day, it's still a business, so it has to be, you want it to be solid and sustainable. And then get out and get some boots on the ground.
There you go.
So when I first started the radio station, I was able to make profit in 10 months, $3,000 profit in 10 months. I can help anybody make a profit in less than a year. Most businesses don't make profit within the first 5 years, but it depends on you got to be creative. It depends on how you set it up. And what I do is you study the top 3 in your industry, and you figure out how they started, where they went wrong, what things are they providing, and how can you set yourself apart, or what can you provide at the same quality or better for a more competitive price, and then figure out who your target audience is going to be, right? And so because your target audience and your services and the pricing has to match, because you can't sell white collar pricing to low collar low collar target group. You can't do it. It's not going to work because they don't have the money, right? And like I said, don't even think about money. So I got out and I did media coverage for free for events, and every event I would say, all right, whoever has the JQL radio app downloaded on their phones, you get 2 weeks free of advertisement on JQL radio. You'd be surprised. 500 people downloading the app just like that. Be creative on interacting with people. Interact with the people that you want to support you, and then don't just get their support them too, right? Support them too. And like I tell my artists too, when radio stations are playing your music, they accept your music, shout them out, support those stations, because they don't have to put your music in rotation, right? So make it a partnership thing. Don't just always have your hand out, and then be personable, relate to people, be relatable, right? So those are just a few tidbits. I ain't gonna give it all away.
I was gonna say, because I was gonna say you're a consultant also, right?
Yeah. Okay. So that's under life support too. Business Bangers is the division of life support where I teach business.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, yeah.
Yes. So and in 10 months I had 285,000 listeners in over 83 countries.
That's dope.
So
that's amazing.
And 30 on air talent across.
That's amazing.
The nation. Yeah.
That's amazing. And so, relationships and support pretty much is what built, like, just that started your journey, basically.
Yes. I always say, too, try to figure out, I always try to make it I won't necessarily say a one-stop, even though it is a one-stop now, but I would say if you're going to provide a service to, make it beneficial. I know it seems like a lot at first, and make it an affordable price, but try to put as much as you can into the service that you're providing. So if you're going to provide, for instance, we provide a radio show. Don't just give them on air time. So we include like help getting sponsors, we promote you on it, like figure out what all you can do to make it a quality type thing where y'all are working together to build and make it beneficial to them. And the people that you get will help, will help grow, help you grow.
If you look at it like a product instead of I'm just, okay, yeah, you want to be on my radio thing. You can be on it, I'll give you, but look at it as a product that people want to pay for.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Lady J, you have several nominations for to add on to the many awards that you've already won. You have several nominations. Go over. What you got going on. What's your nomination?
Oh, Lord. Okay, let me see if I can remember.
So we could get people to vote, because voting starts now for the Gospel Choice Awards.
Yeah.
It's voted now for Gospel Choice Awards.
Yes. So we released our first full feature film, I Survived Suicide, which is near and dear to my heart, last September. And we are nominated for Best Christian Film, and oh Lord, I forgot what the other one was under. I think it was Best Christian Film and something about production, I think.
Media production? Or
maybe something about production. Y'all listen. Lady J, Eagle Entertainment. You'll see it on the Gospel Choice.
The Gospel Choice Awards.
Yeah, GospelChoiceMusicAwards.com.
Gospel Choice Music Awards.com.
Yes.
Lady J and Eagle Entertainment. They got several nominations. I already voted. I started my voting already.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's unlimited voting.
Yes, unlimited voting. Yes. I also am nominated for I think Christian Production Company of the Year and or Marketing Company of the Year, I believe, and I believe like Management Company. And I'm also nominated for Media Marketing Company of the Year for the Gospel Sounds Music Awards.
And that's Mr. Robert Barnes. And that's
AKA B-Boy. Shout out to B-Boy.
That's okay.
Yes. So, and not that voting starts April 1st. That's gospelsoundsmusicawards.org.
Okay.
Yes.
GospelSoundsMusicAwards.org. Voting starts April 1st.
Yes. And Gospel Choice Music Awards, gospelchoicemusicawards.com. Shout
That's
out
now.
to Mr. Holmes. You can go vote there now. And he actually, we are a media partner for Gospel Choice Music Awards. I have been since 2021.
Oh,
so I
awesome.
do all the red carpet interviews.
Awesome. I'll be there. I'll be one of
Yes.
the models. I'll be
Okay.
there. Yep, I'll be
Yes,
there.
I love Mr. Holmes. Shout out to him and the team, the Gospel Choice Music Awards team. So yes,
Oh, congratulations. Well deserved.
thank
You
you.
know,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm one of your biggest fans. Whether you may not know it, but you know it now. Like
Well,
I
thank
want
you.
to
I appreciate it. I don't do anything for recognition, but it's always nice to be
Girl.
recognized. Always nice to be
Girl.
recognized. So I appreciate
Girl,
it.
you're amazing. You
Thank
really
you.
are. You're amazing. What's up? What you got going on next? I know you got the Don't Give Up.
The Don't Give Up tour is
tour.
coming. Yes. So we have the Don't Give Up tour that kicks off in Indianapolis April 5th. We'll be going to Indianapolis, then we'll be going down to Beaufort, South Carolina, and then we'll be headed to what's after that? Oh, Kansas City, Kansas, and then Atlanta, Georgia for the first half of the tour. And the second half of the tour, we have not put those, solidified those dates yet, but it's supposed to be Kentucky, Florida, and Alabama, and possibly Tennessee for the second half of the tour, and then we'll end the tour back in Indianapolis. That's where we're kicking it off, and we have some phenomenal artists that are a part, and that is we'll have some special guests. We have some special guests that'll be on there, and somebody from every city will be able to open. So we always want to show love to where we're going, and we have some surprise and celebrity hosts. So we have Ron Godfrey, that will be actor Ron Godfrey. Let me get it right, because he multi-award winning actor Ron Godfrey.
What's up, Ron?
Yes. You might see him on Hulu and Prime and all that.
Tubi and just everywhere TV1 and all that.
He will be hosting Beaufort, South Carolina, and Atlanta, Georgia. He also happens to be one of my talents that I am a PR manager for. And we have who else? B-Boy is supposed to be hosting in Alabama.
Okay.
So I ain't gonna tell everything, but so yeah, we'll be here on June 8th, Atlanta, Georgia, June 8th. So make sure y'all go get your all tickets are on sale right now. Go to egoentertainmentnet.com. egoentertainmentnet.com. Just click on the Don't Give Up tour.
My friend, my girl Daphne Hilton, she's gonna be.
Yes, she'll be opening.
She's gonna be opening.
Yes,
hey, Daph.
That's my sis. Hey,
award-winning gospel recording artist.
Yes,
my girl.
Yes, we also have the second book for I Survived Suicide will be coming out this year. And so, of course, we're going to do a film, and that'll be coming out in 2026.
Will there be a book signing or a book launch? Not necessarily signing. Will there be a book launch for the?
Yes, there will be. I have not solidified that date yet, but I will definitely be letting everybody know soon.
And you have your re-up brunch the end of March.
Yes, and we have the re-up brunch and more reloaded. So that's just the brunch by itself. Now that's a little bit different than the brunch for the re-up experience. And so that is happening March 29th in Indianapolis, Indiana. So you can go get your tickets now. Actually, tickets for the Don't Give Up tour for Indy and Beaufort, South Carolina are 15% off right now. So make sure that you go and get your tickets now, and re-up tickets are 15% off right now too until I believe the 17th.
Okay.
So you can go do that, and that you go to reupexperience.com.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. So at the end of every episode of my podcast, I always ask my guests to provide 60 seconds of a motivational tidbit for the next sister to, whatever she may be going through or whatever she may just need a little kick.
Okay. So, well, real quick, if you want to know everything about me, go to ladyj.co. ladyj.co. So I'm going to end like this. After all of the hell you went through, the word through is an indication that you defeated the impossible too. New adversity will come, but overcoming it has already made you unstoppable, the favor over your life incomparable, which gives you the right to think and believe I'm possible.
All right. All right. So now, where can anybody find you? I know you just said ladyj.co. If anyone is looking for any type of representation, anyone wants any consulting, anyone wants to do any type of business with you, is that still the same, ladyj.co?
Yeah, so if you go to ladyj.co, you can click on the social media icons to take you to my social media too.
Mm-hmm.
And any of the brands. So Ego Entertainment, you can click on that, and there's a little short description. You click on the button, it'll take you right to Ego Entertainment. So that's probably the best because I got like 50 million social media pages because I'm a very organized person for every business, a person on everything. So
There's a social media page for every business, and you got a million businesses. So, okay.
And my own personal pages. So just go to ladyj.co because that's gonna be simple because we're gonna be here all day giving you all these all these websites and links to social media. So yes, ladyj.co will be ready to go. And subscribe to Ego Entertainment for free. Subscribe to ladyj.co for free, and we'll keep you updated on everything that's going on and coming up.
Okay. Well, I do want to put one thing out there. The reality show, the reality makeover show, Made Over Inside Out with Tammy Taylor, which is produced by Ego Entertainment, will be on Ego TV dropping this summer.
Yes.
I'm very excited about that, man.
Y'all are in for a
treat. Y'all gonna love
this. Y'all are in for something. It blew me away.
Man, that was amazing. Oh my gosh. And again, thank you so much for that experience, man.
No problem.
That was awesome. That was amazing. So look out for that this summer. Y'all gonna love it. Ego TV, and it's on Ego TV. It's gonna be on Ego TV, right?
They can get it on Roku right now. You can go to Ego TV Network.live and watch the I Spy Suicide film on there right now. And we have like the first episode of a couple other shows. We have a lot of content that is coming to Ego TV. We've been in production since the end of February. So y'all just hold tight because we just did the full launch, but all the content is not on there. And we have a lot of other people that have submitted content to air on Ego TV too. So listen, we got a lot to load up and edit and stuff. So
because you were just taping it.
Yeah, I was just taping this weekend.
You're in Atlanta taping. That's why. And I appreciate you taking the time to sit with me because I know you've been busy this weekend. No, so I appreciate you. All right. So that is the amazing Lady J. This is Tammy T at Tammy D. Taylor Show. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.